Hello everyone, this is Mridul Tiwari and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to study a chapter called Animal Kingdom. This is a very important chapter for your NEET or class 11th exam, and we are going to study this chapter using my mind maps. So it will be very quick and short video and one short video in which you will read all the important points, and it will be very helpful for revision also. Also you can get this PDF on my website, which link of which is given in the description of the video. Okay, so let's start the chapter Animal Kingdom. The first thing we are going to study is basis of classification, that is on what basis we have divided the animals into 11 different phylum. Okay, when you study the hierarchy of classification, you see the uh, the smallest is species, है ना? And let's start from the largest. The largest is kingdom. The kingdom is animal kingdom. We are going to study animal kingdom. Okay, after kingdom we have to study phylum. So we have divided animal kingdom into 11 different phylum. On what basis? This is basically basis of classification we are going to study. So there are 5 bases here, 5 or 6. Level of organization. What is level of organization? It tells about what kind of cellular or tissue or organ system level of organization, what kind of organization found in the animal. For example, in phylum Porifera, only cellular level of organization is found. So Porifera, the members of Porifera phylum, let's zoom a little bit. The members of Porifera phylum are made of cells only. There is no tissue, there is no tissue organ, there is no organ system. Okay. Second, coming to Coelenterata, the organism of Coelenterata, the animals belonging to the Coelenterata phylum are made up of tissue level of organization they have. So they are made up of tissues, and obviously since they have tissue, they will have a cell, because tissue is made up of cell. So in Porifera, there is cell only. There is no tissue, organ or organ system. In Coelenterata, there is tissue level of organization. So you can say there is tissue and cell, both are present in Coelenterata. Coming to Platyhelminthes, we have organs level of organization. So where we have organ, obviously must have cell and tissue will also have present in this system, in this level of organization, because when we combine cell we form tissue, and when we combine tissue we form organ. So in Platyhelminthes you can see cell as well as tissue as well as organ. After Platyhelminthes there are since I have said you that there are 11 phyla. Apart from phylum Porifera, Coelenterata and Platyhelminthes, after Platyhelminthes, the all other phylums have organ system level of organization. Okay, so they will have organ system level of organization in which different organs work together, like our digestive system. In our digestive system, our stomach, our intestine, our pancreas work together to form the digestive system. That is organ level of organization. Okay, so after Platyhelminthes, the organ level of organization is seen in the uh, other animals. Okay, coming to symmetry, there is 3 type of symmetry found in animals. The radial symmetry is the symmetry in which you can divide an animal in infinite number of planes passing from the center. So let's see that let's consider that this is an animal and this is its center. Okay, now you can divide this animal from all different planes, and it will be divided into two equal halves. Okay, you can draw here infinite number of planes, and you can cut the animals into infinite number of planes, and they will they will get divided into two equal halves. This is all what we call as radial symmetry in many planes. Okay, not infinite. If not infinite, you can say in many number of planes. What is bilateral symmetry? In bilateral symmetry, only one plane of symmetry is possible. For example, if you see, let's consider that this is an animal. Okay, if you divide this animal in through this plane, it will be obviously divided into two equal halves. Let's draw the animal again, because it's not looking quite bilateral symmetry. Okay, let's say this is the animal. Okay, now if you divide this animal from this plane, you can get the equal half. But apart from this plane, if you want to divide animal from this plane, this, or whatever plane apart from the this blue one, you will not find symmetry. This is called as bilateral symmetry, in which only one plane is able to divide the animal into two equal halves. Only one plane. Okay. The third is asymmetrical. In asymmetrical, there is no plane that can divide animal into half. The members of Porifera, you can say here, the members of Porifera are asymmetrical. These are also called as sponges, and they are asymmetrical. There is no symmetry found in them. Coming to other bases, the embryonic layers. Sorry, the embryonic layers. So in let's see what are embryonic layer. In embryo form of an organism, embryo form of an animal, these are found when the animals are in their embryo form. For example, if we take example of us, like humans, in humans, when we are in form of an embryo, there are three layers found in us. These three layers are known as embryonic layers. What are these three layers? These three layers are called endoderm, ectoderm, and mesoderm. Okay, so the generally embryonic layer are three. These are, the outermost is called ectoderm, outermost layer. Middle one is called mesoderm, and the smallest innermost one, the innermost one is called endoderm. Okay, these are endoderm. These are three embryonic layers. Okay, now on the basis of embryonic layer, the organism or the animal can be diploblastic, that is only two embryonic layer is found, or triploblastic, that is three embryonic layer is found. Now in many animals, for example in Coelenterata, not specifically in Coelenterata, in many animals, a undifferentiated layer is generally found between diploblastic and triploblastic, which is known as mesoglia. Okay, so in many animals, many animals, you can see a mesoglia layer also, which is basically a jelly like layer, which is not in our embryonic layer, which is not embryonic layer. Okay, embryonic layer is ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Mesoglia is not an embryonic layer. However, in diploblastic organisms, which have only ectoderm and endoderm, in diploblastic organism there is two layers only, ectoderm and endoderm. So between ectoderm and endoderm, we can see mesoglia in many organisms. Okay, in diploblastic organisms. In triploblastic, we have three layers, all three: endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. So there are three layers in triploblastic. There is no mesoglia. So mesoglia can be seen in diploblastic animals between ectoderm and endoderm. However, still we will call the animals diploblastic because mesoglia is not an embryonic layer. It is just an jelly-like, or you can say undifferentiated layer, which is found between ectoderm and endoderm in diploblastic organism. Okay, so this is embryonic layer. Now coming to coelom. Coelom means cavity. Okay, a simple meaning of the coelom is cavity. You have seen that there are three diploblastic layers: endoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Whenever there are three embryonic layers, a cavity is generally formed in mesoderm layer. You can see a cavity is formed in the mesoderm. A cavity, you can say, as a space. A space is formed in mesoderm layer. That space is called coelom. Now, the organism which have those space is called coelomate. The organism which does not have that space is called acoelomate. Okay. So this coelomate or acoelomate organism are based on the cavity found in mesoderm layer. Okay. Now what is pseudocoelomate? Pseudocoelomate, Escahelminthes are the phylum of animals which are pseudocoelomate, and in pseudocoelomate the mesoderm is present in form of pouches. Okay, you have to write it. Okay. Mesoderm is present in form of pouches. Derm. Sorry. Present as pouches. Okay, when mesoderm is present as pouches, we will call the animal is pseudocoelomate, and only phylum that is pseudocoelomate is Escahelminthes. Okay, now coming to segmentation and notochord. What is segmentation? Segmentation is basically animal is divided into different segments. For example, if you see earthworm, it's like this. Okay, this is the segments in which earthworm is divided. Okay, this is called as segmentation. Three phylums, the animals of three phylums are segmented: Annelida, Arthropoda, and Chordata. All these three animals are segmented. Notochord is a mesodermally derived layer. What is mesodermally derived? Because we have three embryonic layer: endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. All organs, like our stomach, our intestine, our brain, all organs are formed from these three layers: endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. Similarly, notochord is also a type of organ. You say this notochord is formed from mesodermal layer. That's why we call this as mesodermally derived. Okay, notochord is mesodermally derived, and it is found in only chordates, the phylum notochord, and none other than no other phylums have notochord except chordata. Okay, so these are the basis of classification. Now we have to study 11 phylum total, and we will study these phylums in brief, starting from Porifera. The first phylum we have, sorry, okay, the first phylum we have is Porifera. Okay, Porifera have water canal system. See, body of Porifera, the Porifera word comes from pore. Okay, pore, and pore means small holes, you can say holes. Okay, so the body of Porifera have many holes, and these holes help in making a water canal system. Now these holes are called as ostia. Porifera have many holes called ostia. From ostia, water enters in the body of Porifera. In Porifera, there is a cavity inside their body called spongiocele. So from pore or from hole called ostia, the water enters, that goes in spongiocele. Spongiocele is basically a cavity in the body of Porifera, and from spongiocele it goes from ossiculum to the outside of the body. Osculum is also a pore on Porifera. Okay, so ostia, water comes in the spongiocele through ostia and goes out through osculum. Okay, this is basically water canal system. Okay, now kynocytes is a special type of cell which are found in spongiocele, and these are also called as collar cell. They help in food and food. They are helping capturing of food. Okay, kynocytes are a special type of cells. Collar cells we call them, and they help in capturing of food. Coming to skeleton, the skeleton of Porifera is made up of spongin fibers. We also call them as spicules. Okay. In example, we have Sycon, Euspongia, etc. Now, the examples I have given uh, in a separate two. You have seen these are the, okay, in a separate 2 page. I have given all the examples. So after we study all the phylum, we will come to the this example page and we will study all the examples. Okay, so do not worry about the examples at the moment. Okay, so this is all about Porifera. These are the basic features. Now coming to Coelenterata. This is the second phylum we have to study, Coelenterata. It is also called as Cnidaria. The reason it is called as Cnidaria because it has a cnidoblast present in it. Cnidoblast is basically a capsule type structure, and this have nematocyst. Sorry, this cnidoblast have nematocyst. Now nematocyst is called as stinging capsule because nematocyst basically stings the prey which Cnidaria has to eat. Okay, so it sting the prey and paralyzes or make it unmovable, and then it consumes it slowly. Okay, so cnidoblast is basically to defense and to capturing of prey. For defense and capturing of prey, you can write that. Okay, now the body of Cnidaria is found in two forms, polyp and medusa. Polyp is cylindrical and medusa is umbrella shaped body. Okay, now polyp, example of polyp shaped body is of hydra. If you see hydra, it is like cylindrical type. Okay, and the example of medusa or umbrella shaped body is aurelia, which you call as jellyfish. You have already seen jellyfish, just looks like umbrella. Okay, now coming to metagenesis. Metagenesis, what is metagenesis? Alteration of generation. the formation of polyp from medusa and the formation of medusa from polyp. These interchange or you can say alternation of the bodies is called as metagenesis. It is seen in obelia. So in obelia you can see both forms, polyp and medusa. Okay, what is metagenesis? You can write here, the formation of medusa from polyp and the formation of polyp from medusa. This is called as metagenesis. Okay, so in obelia you can see both forms, polyp and medusa, because it interchanges from one form to the other. Okay, it is very important term, metagenesis, you have to write. It is seen in Coelenterata. Coming to the third phylum, we have Ctenophora. Ctenophora is also known as sea walnuts or comb jellies. They have round structures, that is why they called as walnut or comb jellies. The reason they are called as comb jellies because they have many ciliated comb plates present in them. 8 rows of ciliated comb plates. Okay, what is ciliated comb plates? Basically, they have this kind of a structure in which there are many type of cilia present in it. So this resembles like the hair comb we use at the home. Okay, that's why they are called ciliated comb plates. So Ctenophora have 8 rows of ciliated comb plates. Okay, they are only marine, so they live only in marine water, in the sea water. They cannot live in the fresh water. Okay, only marine water. They also show bioluminescence. What is bioluminescence? Basically they glow or they produce light. Okay, so this is called as when a living organism produces light, which is we call as bioluminescence. Okay, whenever a produce light, whenever a living organism produce light, we call this as uh, bioluminescence. Okay, you must have heard about Jugnu. In example, we have pleurobrachia, and as I said, do not worry about the examples. We will have a PDF of example in the last. Coming to platyhelminthes, they are called as flatworms, and they have hooks and suckers found in them. Now, hooks and suckers. Basically, hook is a structure in their body which attaches them to the body of the host. For example, let's see, this is us, and in our body a platyhelminthes is attached. So attachment, for attachment they need hook. And what is sucker? They need sucker to basically suck the digestive food in our body. So they don't need a digestive system, because they do not digest their food. They basically live in some other organism, and they suck the food of that organism. Okay, they have flame cells which is used for osmoregulation and excretion. What is osmoregulation? Balancing of the ions in the body. Okay, we have sodium, potassium ions. The balancing of those ions in our body is called as osmoregulation. And you already know what is excretion. Removal of the waste of our body is excretion. So flame cells are used for osmoregulation and excretion. Example, we have planaria and fasciola. Coming to next page. This is the fifth. Okay, we have already studied 4 phylum, and we are coming to fifth, which is Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes is called as roundworm because they are round in appearance, and this is the only phylum which are pseudocoelomate. This is already we have studied that only phylum which is pseudocoelomate are Aschelminthes. They have muscular pharynx. Now what is muscular pharynx? Pharynx is a place, basically it is a space from where the food and air passes. Okay, both pass from the pharynx. Food goes to the stomach and air goes to the lungs. So in Aschelminthes there is muscular pharynx present. An example, we have Ascaris. We will study the examples later. Coming to the sixth, Annelida. I have already told you that in Annelida, Arthropoda and Chordata, segmentation is found. So in Annelida, true segmentation is found, which is also known as metamerism. Okay, what is true segmentation? We say that true segmentation is the thing that when something is divided from outside as well as inside. Okay, as well as inside. So if the segments are formed on outside as well as inside, we say this that it is true segmentation or metamerism. Okay, so in Annelida, metamerism or true segmentation is found. Annelida have parapodia like aquatic annelid like Nereis. Nereis is a aquatic annelid. Okay, it is a aquatic annelid. So aquatic annelids like Nereis have parapodia which help in the locomotion. Okay, Nephridia is a organ, or you can say Nephridia is an organ which is used for osmoregulation and excretion. Similarly, like flame cell, which are used in Eschalminthes, not Eschalminthes, the Platyhelminthes, we have flame cell, and in Annelida we have parapodia for osmoregulation and excretion. Okay, example we have Nereis, earthworm, and leech. Coming to the seventh. Okay, this is seventh. We have written six. This is the seventh phylum, Arthropoda. Arthropoda is the largest phylum in the reference that there is largest number of species found in Arthropoda. Okay, so it is the largest phylum, and it have chitinous exoskeleton. This is one thing which is wrong here. Okay, it is exoskeleton. Exoskeleton, what is exoskeleton? The skeleton which is basically present on outside of the body. Okay, so basically their bone, you can see that in our body, in human body, our bones are present inside body, but in arthropoda their bones are formed in form of plates, and these plates are formed in outside of their body. Okay, so this is why we call it as exoskeleton. So it is chitinous, means it is made of chitin. So in arthropoda there is an exoskeleton which is made up of chitin. Okay, they have joint appendages. The word arthropoda just means joint appendages. Okay, what is appendages? Basically their legs. Okay, they have their legs are joined to each other. Okay, the excretion in arthropoda is through Malpighian tubule, and there is balancing organ also which is called stetocyst, which help in balancing their body. The body of arthropoda is divided into three parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. Respiration is all of different types: gills, from book gills and lungs, and from tracheal system. Okay, what are book gills? They are basically gills which are in form of pages of books. That is why we call them as book gills. Okay, coming to mollusca. Mollusca is the second largest phylum. The hump, okay, just wait a minute. Mollusca is the second largest phylum in reference to the number of species. Okay, the body of mollusca is divided into head, foot, and visceral hump. Hump is like there is a hump on camel. You have seen. Okay, the round structure you found on the camel, which is you call as hump. Okay, so similarly in the body of mollusca you have divided into three parts: head, foot, and there is hump. Okay, visceral hump. Now the hump has a covering called mantle cavity. What is mantle cavity? Space between mantle and hump. The space between mantle and hump is called mantle cavity, and the mantle cavity have gills present in it. Okay, rasping organ. There is a rasping organ present in the mollusca, which we known as radula. What is rasping organ? Basically the organ which you can rasp something on of the body. Okay, which can, you can say, uh, if we talk in Hindi, it's called कुतरना, या फिर क्या कहते हैं, छील देना, इस टाइप का ऑर्गन होता है. ठीक है, इफ यू डोंट नो इंग्लिश, सॉरी, इफ यू डोंट नो हिंदी, you have to google it, because I can't find Hindi word for the rasping organ. So rasping organ is basically it helps in uh, eating the food. Okay, for the mollusca. For example, something is there, this is something that mollusca have to eat. Now the rasping of organ of mollusca, it scrapes the surface of this. Okay, it will started scraping this surface. Okay, and eating it. This is the work of rasping organ, to scrap something. Okay, example we have phyla, octopus, etc. Coming to ninth phylum, we have echinodermata. The echinodermata have an endoskeleton made up of calcareous ossicles. What is meant by calcareous ossicle? Basically an ossicle made of calcium. Okay, calcium rich substance. Symmetry. In echinodermata symmetry is important. The radial symmetry is found in adults. The adults are radially symmetrical, however the larva stage is bilaterally symmetrical. Okay, they have water vascular system, not water canal system. Water canal system was found in porifera, water vascular system is found in echinodermata. Example, we have asterias and echinus. Asterias is basically sea fish, starfish. Okay. Coming to hemichordata, hemichordata have stomochord. Now, in earlier days, hemichordata was considered in chordata. The reason is because the stomochord has a structure similar to notochord. Similar to notochord. Since stomochord was similar to notochord, many scientists have think that stomochord is notochord, and they have put stomochord. They have put the organism, or you can say animals of the hemichordata into the chordata section. However, in today's world, we know that stomochord and notochord are different, and hence we have made a special phylum called hemichordata, in which the animals have stomochord, and the animals which have notochord are put in chordata. Okay. In hemichordata, the animals are worm-like animals. Okay, excretion is through proboscis gland, and example we have Balanogalassus. Coming to last phylum, which is the 11th phylum, Chordata. Now you already know that the special feature of Chordata is notochord present. This is the reason we have Chordata, because the animals have notochord present. But if you examine your body at this moment, at this current moment, like at the age of 18, probably you are above 18 or like 16, if you examine your body will not have notochord, but still we are in the chordata section. Reason, in our body the notochord was present in was present when we were in form of embryo only. Okay, so in humans the notochord was present in embryo form only. Okay, not in the adult stage. Okay, that's why chordata is also divided in many different forms. The main two division of chordata is protochordata and vertebrata. What is protochordata? It comes to urochordata and cephalochordata. In urochordata, notochord present in larval tail only. So in urochordata, the organism will have compulsory larva stage, because notochord is present in tail of larva only. Okay, example Acidia salpa. In cephalochordata, notochord is present in whole body and remains in whole life. However, in eutochordata, only larva tail. Okay, in present of larva stage only in tail. As the uh, acidia or as the salpa will grow up and mature, as they change from larva stage to mature stage, the notochord will vanish. Okay, but in cephalochordata, notochord is present in whole body and remains whole life. Example, branchiostoma. Okay. In vertebrata. Now coming to humans are vertebrata because in our cases notochord is present in embryonic stage only. So at this moment, at age of when you are at age of 16, 14, okay, you cannot see notochord in your body because it is not present anymore. In vertebrata, notochord is present in embryonic stage. So when we are in embryonic stage inside the womb of our mother, then at the embryonic stage we have notochord present, not at this time. Okay. Second point, at adult, notochord changes into vertebral column. Now you have vertebral column, something which is basically develops from notochord. The notochord modifies and makes vertebral column. Okay. Now vertebrata is divided into two super classes, agnatha and gnathostomata. These are the super classes in which the vertebrata has been divided. In the agnatha, members of agnatha lack jaw. They don't have the jaw. Okay, and we have only one phylum here, cyclostomata. Okay, one class, sorry, not phylum, one class here, cyclostomata. Cyclostomata don't have jaws. Okay, they are ectoparasite. That means they live on other animals, not inside, on. They live on the surface of other animals. For example, there are many fishes that live on surface of whale. So whatever whale eat, the remaining things are eaten by these fishes. Okay, so cyclostomata, they are ectoparasite on something, some other thing. Okay, and they are aquatic. They are kind of fish, but they are not fish. Okay. Ectoparasite, they have 6 to 15 pair of gill slits and they have unpaired fins. So the fins are not paired. Example, Petromyzon. In Gnathostomata, they have jaw present. Okay, Agnatha lacks jaw and Gnathostomata have jaw. Gnathostomata is divided into two sections, Pisces and Tetrapoda, two superclasses. Okay, Pisces and Tetrapoda. The Pisces are fishes basically. Okay, the Pisces are fishes, and there are two type of fishes here: chondrichthyes and osteichthyes. The chondrichthyes are known as cartilaginous fish, and they have placoid scales formed on it. The osteichthyes are known as bony fishes, and they have cycloid or tenoid scales on their body. What are scales? Basically, these are line type of structures, okay, found on their body. If you want to see, I have photos of cycloid and tenoid scale. So look at these. These are cycloid scales. Okay, these are cycloid or tenoid scale present on a fish. Okay. See, Pisces and tetrapoda, it is superclass. The Pisces or tetrapoda, these are superclass. Superclass. Okay. The Agnatha and Gnathostomata, these are infraphylum, or you can say something which is just below the phylum. Okay, these are infraphylum. Okay, these you can say as infraphylum. Okay, so Pisces and tetrapoda are superclass, and we are studying the Pisces superclass. Now coming to other features of the osteichthyes and chondrichthyes, one thing that you will always remember, that chondrichthyes are called as cartilaginous fish because the both starts with the letter C, okay, and the osteichthyes start with the letter O, and the bony fish, the second letter is O. So you will always remember that osteichthyes are called as bony fishes. The reason is cartilaginous chondrichthyes are called as cartilage fish because their skeleton is made up of cartilage, and in osteichthyes the skeleton is made up of bones. That's why bony fishes. Okay, now coming to other features, in osteichthyes four pair of gills are found, and in osteichthyes have air sacs, so they can float in the water, they can remain at a point in water. Chondrichthyes don't have air sac, so they have to swim constantly to avoid sinking, okay, in the ocean. So they swim constantly from the time they are born to their death, they always swim. Okay, one special feature of chondrichthyes or cartilage fish, that the male pelvic fins have claspers. Okay, the male pelvic fins have clasper that help in basically reproduction and copulation. Okay, in chondrichthyes the male fishes have claspers on the fins. Okay, now coming to other superclass, which is tetrapoda, and it is the last topic of our chapter also. So tetrapoda, the word tetra means four, poda means basically limbs, or you can say hands and legs. Okay, so four hands or legs are found on these animals. For example, reptilia, crocodile is a reptile. You have seen that there is four legs on crocodile. Okay, similarly amphibia, like frog is a amphibia, and you have seen four legs on the frog. Aves or birds are uh, tetrapoda. You have seen two legs, and the other two legs you will study soon, that there are four. There were four legs on the birds, two were modified into the wings, that's why two are remaining. However, there were four legs on the birds, that's why we call them as tetrapoda. In mammals also there are four legs, or you can say two hands and two legs if you're talking about humans. Okay, so coming to reptilia first. Reptiles have dry and cornified skin. Cornified means like there is very rough skin. Okay, reptiles have very rough skin, they are called as cornified skin. They have three chambered heart except crocodile. Crocodile is the only reptile that has four chambered heart. All other reptiles have three chambered heart. Amphibia, the amphibia word means dual mode of life. Amphi means dual, bia means basically bios or life. Okay, so dual mode of life, what is dual mode of life? They can live on water as well as land. Okay, they live in land as well as in the water. Okay, so that's why they are called amphibia. The ear is represented by tympanum. So in amphibia you will not find the ear as a pinna. For example, in humans you see pinna, you can see the ears from the outside, but in amphibian the tympanum is present, or you can say the eardrum is basically the works as ear. There is eardrum directly. If you see a frog from the outside, you can say a circle type of structure which is its eardrum. So in amphibia we directly see the eardrum or tympanum, we don't have pinna. Okay, let's zoom this a little bit so you can see more of it. Elementary canal, urinary tract and reproductive tract open into the same chamber called cloaca. Very important when you study the frog topic in structural organization in animal chapter, you always study this, that in frogs the elementary canal, urinary bladder and reproductive tract, they open into the same chamber called cloaca. So from elementary canal, the the digestive waste comes into the cloaca and gets outside the body. From urinary tract, the urine comes into the cloaca and gets out of the body. From reproductive tract, the sperm comes to the cloaca and gets out of the body. So cloaca is a common passage for elementary canal, urinary tract and reproductive tract. Example, we have rana, which is basically frog, and hyla, which is basically tree frog, है ना? The frog living on tree is called hyla. Coming to aves, which are basically birds. As I've said, the birds were used to have four legs, but the front two legs were modified into the wings. So in birds, fully ossified or bony skeleton is found. The skeleton of birds is made of bones. So we say that they have fully ossified or bony skeleton. They have pneumatic bones, that is the long bones are hollow from inside and have air cavity inside them, so that their weight is low, though, so that they can fly easily. Okay, they have additional chambers in their digestive system, which are called as crop and gizzard. Now crop is generally used to store the food and gizzard is used to grind the food in the birds. Okay, coming to mammals, mammals have mammary gland, and this is the reason we are called as mammals. Okay, we, like humans, are also mammals. Okay, so we have mammary gland, have hairs on the body. Obviously we have hairs on the body. Mammals are viviparous, that is we give birth uh, to the baby. Okay, except ornithorhynchus or duck-billed platypus. Platypus are the only mammal that give birth, lay egg. They lay egg, they do not give birth to the baby ornithorhynchus or baby platypus. They lay eggs. Okay, all other animals do not, no animal lay egg. They are always viviparous, or they give birth to the young one. Okay, only mammal that can fly, bat is a mammal that can fly. So this is all about mammal, and this is the last page of our chapter, and this is where our chapter ends. So we have studied whole chapter, and we now come to the examples. Before example, two or three points are here, and again I want to say that my English is not my uh, first or preferred language. Okay, English is not my preferred or first language, that's why I am not good or fluent in English. So I apologize for any confusion or any wrong that I have said in the video. Okay, now coming to the examples. The mesogilia is found in the Coelenterata and other animals. Okay, this is the one thing that you have to erase from here. Do not learn this. Okay, mesogilia can be found in other animals, not in Coelenterata. In other animals also it can be found. NCERT changes, so the facts also changes. That's why we have to update it. Mesogilia can be found in other animals also. Okay. Coming to the second point, segmentation is seen in Annelida, Arthropoda, and Chordata, and notochord and heart both are mesodermally derived. So we have seen three layers. Okay, endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. The notochord and heart both are mesodermally derived. Coming to the examples, which is the most important thing in the chapter. The porifera. We have three examples: Sycon, which is also commonly known as Scypha. So I have written two names here. The Sycon is the scientific name, Scypha is the common name. Okay, so scientific and common, both names you are going to study. Euspongia, which is also called as bath sponge, and Euspongia, which is also called as freshwater sponge. Coming to Coelenterata, we have Physalia, which is known as Portuguese man of war. They have like very poisonous, they are very poisonous, and they are very beautiful looking. Okay, if you search on the internet Physalia or Portuguese man of war, let's see first. Portuguese man of war. These are the Portuguese men of war. As you can see, these are like beautiful looking. Okay, they are beautiful, but they are really poisonous. That's why we call them as Portuguese men of war. Okay, okay. So Portuguese man of war, Adamsia, which we call as sea anemone, Penatula sea pen, Gorgonia sea fan, Meandrina or brain coral. Okay, coming to Trinophora, Pleurobrachia and Tinoplana. These are two only examples, and there is no common name for them. So you have to learn these two examples as it is. Pleurobrachia and Tinoplana or Tinophora. Platyhelminthes, we have planaria which have high regeneration capacity. So planaria is basically, you have already studied it in class 9th and 10th. Its structure is somewhat like this. Okay, somewhat like this. And if you cut it from here, it will generate new organism. This will part become new organism, this part will become new organism, and this part will become new organism. So the more you cut, the more organism that you will get. Okay, so have high regeneration capacity. It regenerates quickly. Tinea, which is called as tapeworm, and fasciola, which is called as liver fluke. Okay, Ascalmanthus, coming to Ascaris, is called as roundworm. Wuchereria called as filarial worm because it causes filaria, or you can say the elephant foot disease. Okay, the other name for filaria is elephantiasis. Okay, Encyclostoma, which is called as hookworm. Coming to Annelida, we have Nereis, which have parapodia, which helps in locomotion. This is not common name. This is basically parapodia is a appendage which help in locomotion. Okay, so do not confuse it with common name. Ferretima, earthworm, and Hirudinidia, blood sucking leech. Okay, coming to Arthropoda, which is the largest phylum. In this, there is a division of the animals basis on their work. For example, the animals which are economically important, basically which provide us with money. So Apis, honeybee, which provide honey, which gives us money. Laccifer, which is called as lac insect, which provides something called lac, and it also give us money. Okay, Bombyx, which is basically silkworm, from which we extract silk, and for extracting silk, all bombyx are basically killed. So that's why it's better not to study. To uh, to wear and gift someone silk cloth or sari, because you don't know, but it's a like very painful process to watch. If you see, thousands of silkworm are basically killed just to make the silk. Okay, now other is gregarious pest, which is called which is locust. Basically, what is gregarious pest? These pests like locust, uh, they roam about in group. Okay, they basically fly in group, and wherever they go, they destroy the crops. That's why they are called as gregarious pest. Okay, they destroy the crop wherever they grow. They fly in groups. Okay, and destroys crop. And this is what we call as gregarious pest. Now living fossil, limbless or king crab is known as living fossil. What are living fossil? They do not have any change, much change since the start of the civilization. So whenever the limbless or king crab was first seen, it is still the same as it was like 1,000 or 1,000,000 years ago. So there is no change in the body of limbless or king crab since the last many thousands or hundreds of thousands of years. Okay, since there is no change in their body, we then call them as living fossil. Okay, coming to mollusca is the second largest phylum. It has pila, apple snail, pink tarda, pearl oyster, sepia, cuttlefish, loligo squid, octopus, devilfish, aplysia, sea hare. Hare means rabbit. Dentalium tusk shell, and Cheetoflora or Cheeton. Okay, coming to echinodermata, since you will have the PDF, do not worry about it, about the learning of this. Okay, learn them one by one and one a day. Okay, one a day or five a day, like one phylum a day. Just learn one phylum a day, and you will just need 11 days, or okay, 13 or 12, 13 days, and you will learn all the examples. Do not go for many mnemonics. Okay, this is my experience, do not go for many mnemonics forming of about everything, because in the exam that will make you confuse. The mnemonics will make you confuse. Okay, so try to learn one phylum, example of one phylum at a one time at every day, and you will just take like 11 to 15 days maximum. There are 11 fibers. Let's say you take holiday on the Sunday and there is one more day that you did not learn, but still in 15 days you will complete all the examples. Okay, do not try to make mnemonic for everything. Okay, in Echinodermata, we have Strias, starfish, Echinus, sea urchin, Antedon, Cirri, Cucumeria, sea cucumber, and Ophiura, which is called as brittle star. In Hemichordata, we have two examples, Blanoglossus and Saccoglossus. There is no common name for them. Coming to the last of chordata. Chordata, in Eurochordata, we have Acidia, Salpia, and Doliolum. Okay, thus, I have learned this as thus in Eurochordata. DAS. This is the only mnemonic I have learned in this chapter. Others are just constantly learning and mugging them up. You will learn them. Okay, eventually. In cephalochordata, we have branchiostoma. Now, in the branchiostoma is also called as amphioxus or lancelet. These three names are of same organism. So do not confuse this as three different examples. These are same organism. You can say this as bronchiostomata or amphioxus or lancelet. Okay. Coming to vertebrata, cycloostomata, we have petromyzon, which is called as lamprey. We have magazine, which is called as hagfish. Condyctis, we have torpedo, which is called as electric ray. We have trigon, which is called as poison sting, which is called as stingray because it has poison sting. Okay, it can poison something, and torpedo can electrify something. Okay, scoliodon, which is called as dogfish, pristis, sawfish, and carcharodon, great white shark. Okay, now we have osteichthyes. After condyctis, just a After Condictis, we have Osteichthyes, which is the first example is Exocetus, which is flying fish, Hippocampus, sea horse, and these are marine fishes. Okay, they live in the marine water or in sea and ocean. Labio, Rohu, Catla, which is also known as Catla, but the spelling is different, Catla with a K. Okay. Clarias, which is called as Mangur, and these are freshwater fishes. Beta, which is called as fighting fish, and Pterophyllum, which is called as angelfish, and these are aquarium fishes. Angelfish was the example that came in the NEET 2024 exam. Okay. Many other examples were also in the NEET 2024. Amphibia, which is called, we have amphibia is what called dual mode of life. They have dual mode of life. We have bufo, which is toad, rana, which is frog, and hyla, which is tree frog. All three of these are just similar to each other. So generally we do not know which is frog, which is toad. However, we can find easily that this is tree frog because tree frogs live on the tree. Okay. Salamandra, which is called as salamander, just the spelling is different. Okay, the scientific name has DRA and the common name has ER in the last. Ichthyophis, which is called as limbless amphibia, and it's very important. You have to learn this. We call them that it is an amphibia which does not have any limb. Okay, Ichthyophis. Let's search this. Okay, on the net. Ichthyophis, limbless amphibia. Okay, this is a limbless amphibia. Okay, so yes, you can see that there is I think don't they don't have any limbs, and their structure is very like similar from top to the bottom. Okay, you cannot tell where is the mouth, like on this side or on that side. This it's a good uh, you can say mimicking technique which help them with their prey. Coming to reptilia, Chilon, which is turtle, Testudo, which is tortoise, chameleon, tree lizard, calotes, garden lizard, Hemidactylus, wall lizard. Hemidactylus is the permanent member of our house. Poisonous snake, the spelling of snake is wrong here. Snake. Okay. So poisonous snake, we have Naja, cobra, vipera, viper, bangaru, and crate. Now birds and mammals are the only remaining. In birds we have corvus, which is crow, columba, pigeon, Psittacula, parrot, struthio, ostrich, pavo, peacock, Apodictis, penguin, nephron, and vulture. In mammals, we have Ornithorhynchus platypus, basically duck-billed platypus, which is the only mammal which which lays egg. Okay, macros, kangaroo, pteropus, flying fox, camelus, camel, macaca, monkey, ratus, rat, canis, dog, felis, cat, ephas, elephant, equus, horse, delphinus, dolphin, Belemtera, blue whale, Panthera leo, lion, and Panthera tigris, tiger. You can also learn uh, Panthera panther, which is basically panther. Okay, so these are all the example in the chapter, and with this you have this chapter completed, and you can download the PDF from the website. And sorry for the any any inconvenience. So we will study the next chapter in the next video, and for today this is all. If you like the video, please share it with your friends, and if you do not like the video, just tell in the comments what are the things that can be improved. Okay, and if you want to see Hindi version of this video, we have the Hindi version on NEET Guru channel. You can see the Hindi version on that channel. Okay, and also you can buy a book of this PDF. uh, if you search NEET Guru mind map book, you can find it on a website called InstaMojo. Okay, NEET Guru mind map book, if you search them, you can find them on InstaMojo website, and you can buy them. Okay, the book has all the PDF compiled, and you can buy them. Okay, so this is all for today. We will meet in the next video. Till then, keep having fun. Okay, thank you.